everybody to Twin Mommy 101. This video is going to cover the basics of a ring sling as well as how to prepare it to wear your baby. If you're looking for a tutorial on how to put your baby into a ring sling, of course, please be sure to check out my channel for other videos. Today I'm going to be using Techni's Nymphi Clover Tinsel to demonstrate how to get your carrier ready and walking through the ring sling just to kind of point out the different parts of it and what you want to look for when you're shopping. We'll start, of course, with the rings. So make sure you have 2 rings on your sling. When you're shopping, especially if you're shopping buy sell trade, Etsy, or a secondhand store, make sure that your rings aren't shiny, that they don't have a weld mark. You want them to kind of go all the way around, no welded marks. You want to make sure they're not plastic. So slingrings.com, their rings are tested for baby wearing, they're not chemically treated, and so we know that they're safe. So when you're shopping, be sure to be cautious of your rings. The next part of your ring sling is going to be your shoulder. So your shoulder is going to be the part that's sewn. This part's better because you can see where it's sewn. So it's sewn over and that holds your rings to the sling. Lots of different shoulder styles, and what you are going to want to use depends on your preference, your body shape and type, you know, a whole bunch of different things. So be sure to know that one shoulder style will not fit the same as other shoulder styles. Everybody's body's different, so kind of explore a little bit about your options before you feel like you have to commit to a certain sling. And then the last thing I want to touch on is the length. Ring slings come in all different lengths. One of the benefits to a ring sling when you're wearing it is that the long tail kind of helps narrow down and slim the body's appearance. So be sure that you know how long the sling is. That way you don't get something that's too short or something that ends up dragging on the floor. So when you're getting ready to put your ring sling together so that you can wear your baby, you want to take your ring sling by the rings, and you want to take this top edge or rail, and you want to come all the way down. So I'm just going to grab this and keep on going. That way I know that my top edge is my top edge all the way through, and I haven't twisted it as I'm going. So next I'm going to do a gather here, my little fan fold. That way I know that my ring sling is going to be not twisted after I put it together. So fan fold it, kind of just make sure that it's not twisted and that you're ready to go like a little hammock. I'm going to stick my hands through the rings. I have my gathered material here, which is now called my tail, and I'm just going to grab it through. Now what I want to do is I want to split the rings and stick my hand right through that bottom ring. So I've slid them through both rings, open the rings, and now I'm going to flip this tail over and stick it right through that second ring. So think about those belts we used to wear in the 90s. It's kind of a similar concept, the D-ring belt. So essentially my ring sling is threaded. It's not quite ready to go, but it's threaded. So now it's just going to depend on how much material I'm going to need to make my pouch, and we'll go through that in the videos where I actually show how to get my baby into the carrier. But once you wear your ring sling a few times, you'll get used to how long you need it to be, how long your tail is going to be, and then when you're taking your baby in and out, minimal release, and it will mean minimal adjusting, and I'll explain that in the other video. So one thing I want to do, a tip for wearing my ring sling, is if you take your rings and you just kind of split them here, you can go through and you can find your edges or your rails. So I have my one rail here, and just do another little fan fold, spread it out, make sure it's not twisted, and that will help you while you are wearing and you need to tighten, a release, whatever it is that you may need to be doing. And then see, this one was twisted under, so it helps me make sure that nothing is twisted in my sling. And again, it'll make it easier to adjust as we go. So I'll just untwist that little rail, boom. And then I can just pull it through strand by strand and make sure that it's good to go. And that's your ring sling. We've got it threaded. You typically won't want to unthread it when you're taking your baby on and off. The only times I've really ever had to unthread it is when I'm putting my sling in the wash. And when you're washing, cover your ring up and put a couple of really thick socks on top of it so I don't have to hear the ring slamming in the washer and the dryer. GentleParentingTwins.com is now the new platform for Twin Mommy 101, so be sure to check that out for everything from baby wearing to gentle parenting, and of course all our adventures and the things that make our twin life go round. We'll see you soon, guys.